All right, here we are. This is the whole thing. What we're going to be doing is identifying the specific bad habit. This is a very important lesson because, if you don't know where you are, you don't really know how to get there. There's no way to follow a map if you don't have your starting point. It's just not possible. If without a point A, there is no point B. So we're going to have to go through this step by step. And, it might not even take that long. It's just a matter of controlling your brain and figuring out where are you at right now. So the first thing you want to do is brainstorm a list of your bad habits. And I mean it, like take out your Notion, Google Sheets, pad and paper, and, actually list them out. Like no crap, like at real time, like, okay, I overeat. My portion control is really bad. When I drink too much soda. Maybe I avoid certain confrontations, and just go through them and just write them all out. Just got to get them all out. It's really important. So pause this right now and go through those, or at least make a note that you're going to do it in a minute. And then what we're going to do is, after you actually get all of these written out, then you're going to want to choose one of the specific bad habits. And then you want to focus on it. And this is like a foundation to this whole course here. It's like you list them all out and you just pick one, just pick the most important one. And that's the thing with most people. They just try to overwhelm themselves. They do too many things and they just get nowhere. Imagine it like, I like to say, it's like spinning plates. Like if you're trying to fix this bad habit and then you fix this habit and then you're working on this habit and then now that plate's fallen, so you got to go back. Eventually you're not really getting anywhere and you're just always just keeping the plate spinning versus being able to keep it spinning and just chill back and relax and just touch it a little and just keep it going. Just focus on one thing at a time. When you get that under control, then it's done. The good thing with fixing bad habits is, for the most part, then once you fix it, it's done. You kind of commit to it and you don't really want to go back to the bad habits. They're usually not attractive anymore. So one of the ways that you can figure this out is to write down the reasons that you want to kick this particular habit. And after you've chosen this, you really dive in and be like, okay, every time I eat, I want to drink a soda. That's my bad habit right now, right? So I'm always drinking a soda with a meal every time, and I always want to. And yeah, sure, sometimes I'll have water, but whatever. So I'll write down this thing. It's like, one, I've heard a lot about how carbonation really affects your gut, especially when you eat. So carbonation is just really, really bad for you, let alone if it's not like a Coke Zero, Diet Coke or whatever. It's a sugary one. Obviously, sugar is like, 30, 40 grams of sugar in every can. It's like, that's so much. And then just drinking those calories is ridiculous, so on. And you really dive in and just really explore how bad this is. Get these reasons out there and know them. List them. Maybe even research a little bit more. And, just figure out exactly what the hell is the matter with this. Why is it so bad? And really emphasize it. Dig up that pain. Make sure that you know it's bad. Now, as far as the next thing you want to do is you want to compare the impact of continuing the habit versus breaking it. So what we want to do here is think about how your life will go if you continue with the habit, and how it will go and the benefits if you break it, right? So what you want to do is write all this stuff down. You really got to write it down. And if you're just looking at this and go, no, I don't need to write it down. No, I got it. Oh, I'll write a couple sentences, a couple words, some notes. I'm telling you, that is not going to do it. That's, even if you have a great memory, that's like what like a C plus B minus student does. This is you. You have to take responsibility for your life. I do it. It's not fun. If you're watching this video, it's like, oh, come on, really? I have to do this thing. I'm nailing it down because I know I'm talking to myself here. You actually have to pause the video, get a pad and paper, open up your Notion or whatever, and write out the stuff. Take a minute and invest in yourself. You're investing in this new version, not you're not investing who you are right now. Think about it as like putting money into the new person, right? This new version of you cannot exist and cannot grow without investment. You got to become this better person. So you really want to write this crap down. So again, think about how your life will go if you continue with a habit, and the benefits if you break it. Now, what we want to do, again, we're just scratching the surface here, right? We can't go in thinking we're about to know everything. We just got to really get the best what we can. Don't go too deep, just really list out what I'm saying. And then we're going to create a plan for breaking your number one habit, right? So this can be done a number of ways, but I recommend setting a goal. So what exactly is the goal? What is your measurable result that you're going to say, I have successfully kicked this habit? Is it 28 days no alcohol, or stop biting my nails, and I don't know, you just figure something out. I don't know. I don't have to tell you everything, but you set a goal, a specific measurable goal, which we'll talk about that in a minute too. And then you want to replace that bad habit. What are you going to replace it with? So for instance, I'll take my drinking soda. I even have one here. So drink my soda with water. Maybe I'll even do fruit punch, whatever. It's still better than the carbonation, and like a Crystal Light. And then, list out ways that you can replace it. And then again, you just pick your favorite one, or maybe just, it's going to be a little bit more than one. Like maybe I'll do Crystal Light and water. Who knows? So include some options. It might help you down the line. But I personally like the one track minimalist mind. If I want a soda, I drink a Crystal Light fruit punch. If this, then that. This is the programming. And keeping it simple instead of, a logic to it, so to speak, then it keeps it very clean. It's a lot less room for error. And I think that this is a very important way to do. Keep it minimalist, keep it smart. And again, this is just an overview map. And I keep these in here too, is like, what are you going to swap it for? And then how are you going to get some friends? How are you going to share this with people? Let people know that this is something that you're working with, and that you could use some help sometimes, but we'll get into that in another one. And then finally, you're in my app here, and it's awesome. I'm really trying to get closer with everybody and build a community. I'm working on exactly the mission right now, but I really want to help empower men like myself that are really powerful, strong people that know it inside them, that there's something that's missing, and that they always are capable of more, but struggle to just level up just that little bit more, that last 10%. And they know that there's something in them that's really, really powerful. And they just got to get rid of this 1-2 things. And then they can just like open the floodgates, and then they're powerful, like omniscient, like gods, and really represent what the man is to them, and become that man, and then show other men how to be that way. So let's stop there, and then we'll go to lesson 2.